Nick here with NENC Media Group. Quick note, if you want clear geopolitical updates twice a week, hit subscribe now and drop a comment with what you want covered next. See end of video for sources and timestamps. North Korean state television has this week aired footage it says shows DPRK troops fighting Ukrainian forces in Russia's Kursk region. Pyongyang's broadcasters ran extensive segments showing soldiers in combat, images of destroyed vehicles, and scenes the state described as victories. At the same time, North Korean state media and KCNA showed a ceremony in Pyongyang where Kim Jong Un honored troops who served overseas. The leader praised their sacrifice and attended memorial events for the fallen. Reuters and other outlets covered the public ceremony and the official praise. This matters because, until now, much of North Korea's involvement in the war has been denied or left unacknowledged publicly. The broadcast represents a notable shift toward openness about overseas deployments and casualties. Analysts and reporting suggest the release is meant for both domestic morale and international signaling. What exactly did the footage show? State TV highlighted frontline scenes with small arms fire, rockets and drones, and what appear to be North Korean and Russian-made systems in use. Independent monitors and regional analysts are still verifying the locations and the provenance of every clip, but the broadcasts were detailed and numerous. There are also casualty and deployment claims that deserve careful framing. South Korean intelligence and multiple international reports have estimated that hundreds of North Korean troops deployed to support Russian operations have been killed or wounded. Official tallies differ, and Pyongyang's public statements name and memorialize the fallen. We should recall earlier, documented incidents that connect to this story. In January this year, Ukrainian forces captured 2 men who were identified by Kyiv as North Korean soldiers in the Kursk area. That capture was verified and reported by Reuters. Why is Pyongyang doing this now? There are several likely motives. First, signaling. Publicly honoring troops and airing combat footage bolsters regime narratives of heroism and loyalty. Second, deterrence and leverage. It demonstrates to partners and rivals that North Korea is an active military player. Third, domestic politics. The footage and ceremonies aim to rally internal support and normalize overseas sacrifice. Analysts have highlighted the propaganda and strategic functions of such broadcasts. What does this mean for the battlefield? If North Korean units are operating alongside Russian forces in Kursk, their presence changes manpower calculations and supply lines. It also raises questions about training, command integration, and the types of weapons being used. Open-source imagery and clips released by state media give analysts some clues, but independent verification will take time. There are serious humanitarian and diplomatic implications too. The exposure of foreign troops fighting in a conflict that has drawn global scrutiny can complicate diplomatic relations, influence sanctions policy, and affect how partners provide support. The public naming and funeral rituals for the dead also create new political facts that outside governments will have to respond to. We want to be clear about what's verified and what remains unconfirmed. Verified. North Korean state outlets broadcast combat footage and held ceremonial events honoring soldiers allegedly involved in Kursk operations, reported by major outlets. Unverified or still under analysis. The full scale of deployments, exact casualty numbers, and independent geolocation for every clip shown. Multiple intelligence and reporting threads are still converging. Quick question for you. Do you think naming and honoring overseas troops will make Pyongyang more likely to send additional forces? Or will it make the regime more cautious? Leave a one-sentence answer in the comments. Short answers help the conversation, and we may read the best ones on the next update. Also subscribe now if you haven't. It helps us keep these updates coming. How are analysts reacting? Experts point to a deeper military relationship between Moscow and Pyongyang, including weapons transfers and coordination that go beyond rhetoric. Some warn that combat experience gained by DPRK forces could be used in future deployments or to enhance the regime's deterrent posture. Others emphasize the propaganda value for Kim's domestic position. What to watch next? Independent verification teams, satellite imagery analysts, and open-source investigators will be key in the coming days. Look for geolocated clips, corroborating satellite photos, and intelligence confirmations from multiple governments. We will link verified sources and timestamps in the description and pinned comment. See the end of the video for that important info. Quick recap. North Korea's state TV broadcast is a major escalation in the public framing of DPRK involvement in the war. It shows combat footage, parades and memorials for the dead, and an unusually public acknowledgement from Pyongyang's leadership. The immediate facts are being documented by reporters and analysts. Larger strategic implications will unfold over weeks and months. If you found this concise briefing useful, please subscribe to NENC Media Group for geopolitical updates every other day, and hit the bell so you don't miss our follow-ups. Like the video if you think clear sourcing matters, and share it with someone tracking this story. Comments with short answers to the question are appreciated. Thanks for watching. I'm Nick with NENC Media Group. Stay skeptical, check our description for source links and timestamps, and we'll keep tracking verified developments on this story. Don't miss our next video. Subscribe now, and we'll see you there.